blah 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 blah
We'll be
blah
able
blah
to use this and
blah
show you
blah
the
blah blah
video.
blah.
So here it is. And then a blank sheet of paper. I'm going to have a Word file here. All right, so that'll give me a place to write and for you to be able to see. So first thing we're going to do is, as the outline tells you, is look for the number and its title. Look for the big black letters of the section. So I know it's the one we're using is Chapter 2, Section 2. So right off the bat, on the top, I'm going to put outline 2-2, colon, and now I need the name of the section. Let's go to the book. The book, big black letters right here in the front, is going to be The War for Independence. So then we're going to go back to our paper and we're going to write The War for Independence. All right, then we're going to go to the next line. Now the next thing our thing tells us to do is, our outline format says preview. Read the section entitled Main Idea and write a one-sentence preview of what the section is going to be about. It should be in your own words. So we look at the book. Here's the section Main Idea, right in your textbook, and here's what we have to put into our own words. Key American victories for versus British advances during the Revolutionary War. So let's go to our paper, and we got to put preview, colon, or dash, and then we got to put what exactly is our preview. So we got to say something like, as the colonies began winning key important battles, this led to the British eventually losing the war. And you can say it in any way that you want. This is just specifically what I thought. You could put it as the colonies won, the British lost. The colonies began kicking butt, and the British ended up losing the war. Anything as long as it put it in your own words. So next thing, it asks you for a Roman numeral. So you look at your outline format. See, we got the preview done. Roman numeral 1. Write the name of the first main section, which are the small blue letters. So let's look in our book for the small blue letters. Now this one, not dark blue letters. This one, not dark blue letters. So far we don't have one. And here we go. The war begins. That's our first one. So let's go back to our paper. And we're going to use the Roman numeral keys here. We're going to have Roman numerals. There's Roman numeral 1. The war begins. Okay. Next thing our outline tells you to do is to find A. All right, so there we go. A, write the name of the first subsection. These should be in red letters. So we already find the dark blue letters, which is the war begins. Now it's the first subsection. And so let's go back to our book. And there it is. So there's Roman number 1. That's 1A, Loyalists and Patriots. All right, so then we go back to our paper. Loyalists and Patriots. Okay. Then next thing it asks us is for, if we look back at our outline format, is 2 main ideas from Loyalists and Patriots. So we're going to read these paragraphs right here on Loyalists and Patriots and get 2 main ideas and put those here. So we're going to put blah, 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 1, blah, 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 2. Okay, so 2 main ideas. We're not going to actually spend time on actually putting them down because we don't have time. All right, so then we got to go to B, because the next one tells you to get B. Write the name of the second subsection, red letters, and then C, and so on. So let's go back to the textbook. Textbook tells us B is early victories and defeats. So we're going to put early victories and defeats. Okay, and enter blah blah blah, 1 key idea, blah blah blah, 2 key ideas. You have to read those sections on early victories and defeats in order to find this answer. Then we're going to go to C, and let's see what C. If we look, is there a C? C. There it is. Saratoga and Valley Forge. So then we have C, Saratoga and Valley Forge. Then you are going to read about Saratoga and Valley Forge. And again, here's my first main idea, second main idea. Now let's see if we have D. All right. So we had C, Saratoga Valley Forge. There it is right there. So let's go. Okay. Well, here's the thing. There is no D. The reason we know there is no D because here is another dark blue letters, which are main sections, and which is Roman numeral 2. So life during the revolution is our next point, but it is not D, it is Roman numeral, it is Roman numeral 2. All right, so Roman numeral 2, life during the revolution. All right, so now let's look for A. So let's go back, see, because look, it tells us Roman numeral 2, Write the name of the second subsection, dark blue letters. There it is. Now let's go for A. So let's look at the book. Well, there's Roman numeral 2. Let's look for 2A. 2A, 2A, 2A. Oh, well, there's a problem. That's Roman numeral 3, winning the war. So what do we do for a section like this, Life During the Revolution, that has no red sections, the subsections? If you look at your outline format, it answers it for you, which is right here. If you go down to the bottom, it says if you get to a main section, you know, the dark blue letters, and it does not have any subsections, the red letters, then indent and write 4 main ideas from that section. So let's go back to our book, our paper, and there's 1 main idea from that section, 2 main ideas from that section, 3 main ideas from that section, 4 main ideas from that section. All right, now we go back to Roman numeral 3. If we go to our book, Roman numeral 3, winning the war. There it is right there. So let's put that in. Number 3, winning the war. These are the 3rd main section. Now let's see if it has an A this time. So winning the war, let's scroll down. Oh, there's A. The British move south. All right, so then put the British move south. All right, and we did that. Here's one important idea about the British moving south, and the second thing important about the British moving south. Let's go to B. Now see, we're following the outline format. The outline format said that once we get Roman numeral 2 and we have the subsections, in this case we didn't because we have the 4 main ideas, and with Roman numeral 3, write the main section, A, B, C, and so on. So is there a B? Let's go over here. Yes, it is. The British surrender at Yorktown. So then that means here, the British surrender at Yorktown. Okay, and again, indent 1 main idea, 2 main idea. Each one of these main ideas should be complete sentences. As you see, your outline format says right here, must be a complete sentence. Another quick thing, if you are writing here, and as you're writing, when you get to the end here, you do not go all the way to the left. If you indent it here, you must indent it here as well. So you're writing, you get to the end, the next line goes right here. See, you have to make sure that all your Roman numerals, the main ideas right here, see, they're all lined up. All your capital letters, the subsections, they're all lined up. And all your 1s and 2s, they're all lined up. And if you look at my paper so far, Roman numerals are lined up, letters are lined up, and 1s and 2s are lined up. All right, so we're here at British surrender at Yorktown. Is there a C? So let's go to the P. Well, there you got A, there's B, so 3A, 3B. Is there a C? Nope. There it is, Roman numeral 4. The war becomes a symbol of liberty. So we need to go like this. The war becomes a symbol of liberty. Okay, let's see if it has an A. You know, let's look for a subsection. So we're looking for a subsection, and the thing is, that's it. There is no subsection. And once again, just like the last time, if there is no subsections, you indent and you give me 4 main ideas. So we go here, we indent again. Main idea number 1, main idea number 2, main idea number 3, main idea number 4. All right, there is how your outline would be completed. Obviously, the 1s and 2s would all be main ideas, complete sentences, and you would indent over. So we have the title at the top, outline 2-2, War of Independence, the title, preview. As soon as the colonies began winning the important battles, the British began losing the war. The war begins, Roman number 1, indent, letter A, so indent, letter A is Loyalists and Patriots, 2 main ideas of that, early victories and defeats, and so on. So if you look, Roman numeral, that's the way you should look when you turn it in, except that it's going to have 2 main ideas for each one in complete sentences. All right, so we're going to go over one more section just to kind of give you an idea of how the Roman numerals and the subsection letters and the 1s and 2s work. All right, so let's go to chapter 2, section 2. So at the top, you would write outline 2-3, Confederation of the Constitution. Here's the main idea. You would write the preview about this one section, and then we're looking for the first Roman numeral. Roman numeral 1, there it is, experimenting with Confederation. Then we're looking for letter A. There it is, Articles of Confederation. You write 2 things about that. Then we look for B, there's Shays Rebelling, 2 things about that. All right, there is no C, because right here is Roman numeral 2 already, the second main idea. So you write Roman numeral 2, creating a new government, indent, the conflict and compromise, there's letter A. So first subsection, you write 2 ideas about that. There's letter B, division of powers. Is there a C? Is there a C? Yes, there is. Separation of powers. You write 2 things about that. And then D, changing the Constitution. Right, the 2 letters about that. Then you indent back. Here's another Roman numeral 3, another main idea, ratifying the Constitution. And then you indent letter A, 2 main ideas about that. Letter B, there's B, adoption of a Bill of Rights, 2 things about that. Then we're done, just A and B. Now we got Roman numeral 4, continuing the relevance of the Constitution. Again, there is no subsection, so again, you indent and you write 4 main points. All right? So hopefully you understand how to create an outline. If you don't, watch the video again. Thank you very much.